We sell crude oil, potash, uranium, agri-food products, and our goal is always to create that continental energy and food security from our province's perspective. Those products will start to flow to other places around the world. But at the end of the day, not only is the United States of America our largest trading partner, north and south, they're our most trusted and important ally as Canadians and as fellow North Americans. And so our goal isn't to sell those products somewhere else. Our goal is to continue with the relationship with the United States because, quite honestly, that oil is coming to U.S. refineries, and it's creating jobs in places like Ohio, Iowa, Illinois, down into Louisiana and Texas. So the trade relationship is strong. We understand there's some discussion about what that's going to look like moving forward, and that's why we're here.
You mentioned potash.
Yeah.
You put out a tweet that got our attention here with a nice shot of a Big Mac on it.
Yeah.
You must have gotten Donald Trump's attention with this. From growing wheat, you say, for the bun, to corn for the cattle. It turns out the secret ingredient to the Big Mac is potash. A tariff on Canadian potash is a tax on Americans' food. Is that part of your argument when you sit down in these meetings?
Well, it's a fact.
You know how much he likes a Big Mac.
Yeah.
You're not going to raise the price on this, are you?
I think there's about 9. Well, we're not going to, but there's about 9 million tons of potash that come down into the Corn Belt in the U.S. 90% of that comes from Saskatchewan. 35% of the world's potash comes from Saskatchewan. There really is no other market for that product unless you want to start purchasing from Russia.
Yeah.
So, herein lies the importance of the trading relationship we have. We understand, the president is making some efforts to reset trade relationships, and it starts with Canada and Mexico, but likely going to extend beyond that.
So what do you get in the other direction when you sit down in these meetings? Do you feel good? Were you guys high-fiving leaving the White House?
I don't know for high-fiving, but certainly encouraged. And again, this is building on relationships that are not new for us from Saskatchewan.
Yeah.
We've been down here for 15 years.
So this Rolodex, you're calling the same people you were meeting a couple of months ago.
And more. And we've engaged throughout that decade and a half, and so we feel positive on the relationship. There's going to be some words and some rhetoric back and forth in the meantime, but at the end of the day, we have a goal, and it's to get back to that strong trading relationship, and we feel we can get there.
The words and the rhetoric have been something. The 51st states, Governor Trudeau. Where are we in our relationship culturally? Teach me something about this. You hear the jokes, right? The apartment upstairs above the party, America's hat. What do Americans need to understand about our most important trade partner?
Well, I'd say a couple of things. First is Canada isn't going to be the 51st state. That's some of the rhetoric that we hear back and forth. That being said, Canada and the U.S. are what I think has had and will continue to have post this discussion the strongest economic trading relationship in the world, one that keeps our continent secure. From time to time, the president is raising some topics, whether it be fentanyl, whether it be our military commitments, where Canadians have to have a look in the mirror. And make sure that we're doing what we say we were going to do, and make sure that we certainly are contributing as a full partner into that relationship. And so we're doing that. As you see, with 10,000 troops on the border, we're going to secure that border. We're going to make every effort to eradicate fentanyl out of our province. So the discussion will go on, but I think our goals are the same.